Number 6. Have you ever looked at the sky night and wondered what was out there? Where did the water go on Mars? Geological evidence on Mars suggests that it used to be a warm, wet planet similar to Earth. Long rivers flowed across the Martian landscape that emptied into shallow seas, and a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide kept the planet warm. Living microbes may have also lived in the habitable Martian conditions. Today, the surface of Mars is excessively cold and dry. What happened to the planet's promising beginnings? Scientists believe the most likely reason is that Mars somehow lost its protective atmosphere. Perhaps it was struck by a massive asteroid that disrupted the atmosphere, or erosion from strong solar winds slowly stripped it away. We may never know what happened to the Martian climate, but it's fascinating to think that Mars could have been similar to Earth had things turned out differently.
5.
Did life originate on Earth? Compared to our 13 billion year universe, the Earth is fairly young at an estimated 4.5 billion years old. For the majority of that time, life has existed on our planet in one way or another, but where that life came from is still hotly debated by scientists. It may have spontaneously arisen from the primordial elements of our early planet. Another theory suggests it came from a distant world on an asteroid or comet that crashed into Earth. And considering that humans only appeared about 200,000 years ago, we can only keep guessing at how life started before our time.
4.
How old is the universe? When you're dealing with an entire universe, where do you start looking to find out its age? Scientists use two key methods for this immense task. First, they look at the oldest known objects in existence, which happen to be stars. Measuring a star's mass and brightness helps researchers determine how old it is. The oldest stars identified so far are between 11 and 18 billion years old. Second, they measure how fast the universe is expanding by looking at the density of matter and how that matter is composed. Using a NASA probe to examine these elements, one research team estimated the universe is around 13.7 billion years old, which is within the range provided by dating the oldest stars.
3.
How are galaxies able to create so many new stars? Galaxies appear to consume more matter to create new stars than they actually contain. For example, the Milky Way converts about one sun's worth of dust and gas into new stars every year. But there isn't enough space matter floating around in a galaxy to keep this up for very long. Yet, it continues producing more and more stars. Astronomers have recently noticed that gas expelled by galaxies through supernovas or other explosions will actually flow back into the centre. It was previously believed the gravity of a galaxy was not strong enough to pull the gas back in. If galaxies can in fact recycle their gases, it may partially explain their ability to produce seemingly endless new stars.
2.
What is dark energy? Albert Einstein was the first person to recognise that empty space is not nothing. He discovered it's possible for more space to be created from what seems like nothing. And as we know now, the universe is constantly expanding. So, where does all this new space come from? Scientists call this unknown energy source dark energy. There also appears to be a universal substance called dark matter, which neither emits nor absorbs light, but has a clear gravitational effect on galaxies and stars. It's estimated the universe is made up of about 68% dark energy and 27% dark matter. Both of these elements cannot be seen or measured by humans. We can only identify the mere 5% of what's out there, such as planets and other visible matter.
1.
Can life exist without water? In the search for alien life, we tend to look for watery planets similar to Earth, on the assumption life can only exist in a climate like ours. But what if this assumption is wrong? Saturn's giant moon Titan has caught researchers' attention for this reason. Its surface temperature is around minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 179 Celsius, where any water would be frozen solid. But the moon has a liquid cycle similar to Earth's, only the cycle is based on methane and ethane, instead of water. Rivers and lakes of methane and ethane evaporate to form clouds, which rain hydrocarbons back down onto the surface to collect again in rivers and lakes. It's the only known world in our solar system other than Earth with a liquid cycle like this. Now scientists are investigating whether or not this system could sustain life. If the answer is yes, it means that life can develop in conditions completely different than those on Earth. It also means the possibilities for alien life are even more diverse than we previously thought.